All right guys, so now we're gonna work into the installation of the sheet metal. You'll notice that you have this full lip here. Let's pick it up. And then you'll see that there is a half lip down low. Your half lip is always going towards the bottom of the sheet, so your next sheet, that half lip will lip over the top of the full lip. So we're gonna line this up here at the top. Okay, so what we're doing is we're measuring our sheet metal past our rib, and we want an even number on the front of the house and the back of the house. I've got 5 3/4. 5 3/4. As we've got 5 3/4 sticking over the front of our rib. Our rib is a 2-inch or a 2.5-inch rib. So we've got 5 3/4. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna measure to 6 3/4. So we've measured into where we're gonna be hitting at the center of our rib. Right there. So this is super cool. We get a magnet with a hook on it, a string, and a plumb bob. What that's gonna do is ensure that my screws are in the center line of my rib. So I've got this lined up, I've got my rib marked here, I've got the screw, the string running directly center down that. I'm gonna continue with my pattern. Okay, so notice we're doing the outside at the top. I'm now moving straight to the center of the sheet, and now I'm moving to my final screw, which will be all the way down here at the bottom of the sheet. So now sometimes this string and magnet can get off, so make sure that you're at least lined up with the screw that's down below this. There'll be a screw that we lined up, but this will ensure that we get nice straight lines. All right guys, so that's the magnet method. Now we're gonna move on to the mark method. Our ribs are 24 inches on center. So I'm gonna measure over from that screw head over the center. Just gonna put one little dot right there at 24. One little dot right there at 24. That's gonna ensure that my screws are hitting center of the rib. Okay, now if you'll notice on these screws, they have a small rubber washer on them. Now that rubber washer, if we over tighten these screws, that washer is going to fail. And once that washer fails, you no longer have a good seal from the screw to the sheet metal. What we've got here is we have a sheet screwed up that would be overlapping the sheet below. This is gonna be our screw pattern for every sheet that we do. We got 1, 2, 3, outside edge, center, outside edge, center, outside edge. Make sure that we have the full flange at the top and the half flange at the bottom. This is very important. You don't want to reverse those directions. Always make sure that your seam, you're starting from the bottom of the cabin and you're rolling all the way up to the top. Never start at the top and work your way down. It's not the proper way to do it. You're gonna end up with water infiltration at that point. So now what we're gonna do, if we were gonna be putting up another sheet, is we take our level. We're looking pretty good there. So then we'd be good to go up with that next sheet, put a level on it. Now if that next sheet is on level, say if this was higher on this side, what I would do is I'd put a screw on this side, and I'd put one screw down here, and then these sheets have the ability to accordion up to about a ½ inch, and that can help bring you in level. Now, if this continues to go on level, the eave, which is our 6 3/4, is going to start veering off towards the rib, and you'll notice this. And so when you get to the very top section, your two pieces will not align with each other. Those two pieces are gonna be offset, which is okay. We can fix that with the ridge, but definitely use a level and try every sheet, make sure that it's going up level.